say that California is gonna be the one that falls into the ocean or whatever, but I think the ocean's just gonna come up to us.
The joke was on us the whole time, bro.
Right?
Conspiracy. They were distracting us.
That's what they wanted us to.
Yeah, they wanted us to think that California was going to go into the ocean, but it's really Houston and all of Texas.
Yes, it's the southern border, but because we have all the oil, they don't want to talk about that shit.
Yeah, it's because of the oil and like Bill Gates is a lizard person, and he's going to take over the world, and he's going to start his own government.
Let's keep it real though. Does he not have mad lizard vibes?
No, you know who has mad lizard vibes? Mark Zuckerberg.
Yo, major lizard vibes.
The Zuck is not a person,
and it's weird because he also stays like a lot more quiet. In a sense, it's hard because everything gets brought out with Facebook, but like he just does all his shit in stealth, very lizard-like.
If it was someone that I would think would take over the world, I feel like it'd be the Zuck before Bill Gates.
Me too, because like anyone who wants to like he doesn't want to talk or speak or do any of that stuff. He just wants to do his plan. Yeah, sit back. And he like tries to gain zero clout.
Right. And how toxic Facebook is and can be, and how it like easily manipulates people, and how it like made you realize that a lot of your family members are like racist.
Yeah, it literally like was supposed to connect people, and it literally divided the entire country. Yeah. Like the original inception was, hey, you should like, you know, I'm over here and you're over there and we can connect.
Well, wasn't it supposed to be like a dating website?
No, I thought it was supposed to be kind of like Yik Yak, where it was like a college.
Yeah, it was like a college dating website, I think. That's what it was supposed to be. I don't know, man. Well, I saw the movie a long time ago.
I saw the movie, but I think that was the final piece. It was really just like to connect and like to get with friends and stuff. But that dating aspect of letting the users know if you're single or taken was the game changer. Where that one guy was just like, man, I wish I could just, you know, just see if they were single. Or was it Justin Timberlake that said that? I thought it was the black haired dude that was kind of douchey.
Andrew Garfield?
I don't even know, man. It's so long since I've seen the movie, and I don't know actors.
I think it was Justin Timberlake that was like the one that was like, oh.
Yeah, well, you know, that whole thing happens per the movie or whatever. Yeah. And I mean, now it's literally, I've literally seen in the comment section families break up. It's the most insane thing.
Oh, no, of course. Yeah, 100%.
Like, literally, you've seen a father putting a post and a daughter disagreeing with her father on there, and them disagreeing, and her just like them being like, I do not associate with you in this family anymore. And that's kind of insane.
To do it, but yeah, it's insane, and two, it's the worst place to do it, because if you're gonna do it in the privacy of your own home. Like, don't let the world see your family fall into pieces.
But that's what Facebook does.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy.
You wouldn't. I mean, some people would, but you wouldn't necessarily yell these things out in the street in real life.
No, 100% not.
It's when you're behind that keyboard in this thing, in this void of these ideas, and you feel like at that place, you feel like this is like, imagine a protest, right? Yeah. So big mob of people talking about things, and you're at the forefront at that moment leading the charge, saying, hey, this is what I think. Or this is how I feel. And I'm saying it in front of all these people that support me. And that makes you feel like you have a confidence, a power. You say things more strongly. You can actually look at your phone, and instead of just saying something, you could think that out real quick.
Yeah, I think like Mike Tyson said, that people are braver on the internet because they know they can't get punched in the face.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Because like the worst that can, I mean, sure, things can lead out of that, but at that moment, you know, like if you're in front of a bully's face, idealistically, sure, and you start saying something wild, you can get punched before the sentence even gets out.
Yeah, bro, you're gonna have to square up with someone.
But at the end of the day, if you say something and really get somebody on the internet, it's on there. You got your screenshots. You know you said that shit. It's, you know, whatever tweet could be deleted. They can say whatever. If you tweeted it and you don't choose to delete it, then it's still up there. Like, it's there, and everyone can be like, oh, when the oh will usually come once you get punched. Yeah. You know? Right. So that oh just stays there in the void and be like, all right, whatever, you can come and try to punch me. That's not going to
undo what
I just did to you on this forum.
But does that make it right, though?
No.
Yeah. Doesn't.
I mean, it's what things are now.
Yeah.
It's just like at this point we have to, kind of like COVID.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, we now have to like adjust to the new normal. This is the new normal of society. It was not a societal issue before.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It wasn't like something that's on our radar. And it's weird how in making life easier for us or adapting to our environment, we still, like the butterfly effect, we still affect ourselves so negatively.
It's interesting that there's a very real cost to comfort.
Yeah.
Like, whether you pay for it monetarily or just like in some other way, there's a real, and I even think kind of like dark
cost
to comfort, because we could all end up like Wall-E one day. Because you had told me about that Netflix documentary that talks about like the people that created the algorithms and like
the social dilemma.
Yeah. And how they all quit because they realized what they created was like a monster.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy that there's like, they're the ones like responsible for it. And they gotta live with that, dude. Like,
and they're not, and they're, by the way they describe it, and who knows how things really go down behind it all, but they just thought they were just doing nice things to comfort the world. Like, wouldn't it be so great if you could just like a picture?
Yeah.
Or wouldn't it be so great if you could just like a post and someone can be like, "Hey, I like that."
And I don't want to blame it all on them. I think it's not their fault. I think it's more just like, at the end of the day, we're all broken people, so we're all gonna make things toxic in a way.
Yeah.
So I really think that's what it boils down to. But it's wild stuff.
It is, because you're like just trying to make innovation. You just want to be at the forefront. Well, when you're at the forefront of something, you can't see what's up ahead. You have no blueprint, and you don't know what effect that's putting onto the world.
Sure, because I mean, it didn't exist before, so it's like, I mean, there was social media before Facebook, but I think it didn't have the power that like now Facebook has.
Yeah, it was just a whole other thing. It's weird to think of like MySpace and what it was, and MySpace being so
exactly,
just so like what. But obviously, I guess not make it in that sense, because once Facebook came around, their way of grabbing people was just otherworldly, I guess. But like, so much music came out of MySpace. So many people's like intro career. Yeah, like that's like the Soulja Boy era. That's like the Dane Cook era of comedy.
Yeah, that's
like a lot of that stuff coming out. A lot of the scene bands, a lot of these like metalcore bands were like, MySpace core was, I think, like a
taking a phone pic with your razor like this.
Yes, like, and that's where everyone started learning how to take selfies, because no one had front-facing cameras.
Yeah, unless you had a razor.
Razors had front-facing cameras?
No, they didn't. That's wild. I'm sorry. No, they didn't.
Yeah, I was like, damn, Razor was mad ahead of its time.
They didn't.
But like, it was, of course, the era of flipping your phone and trying to take a picture, mirror pictures.
Yep.